quelques exceptions près, tous les journalistes que j'ai rencontrés à Bakou en juillet 2023 sont aujourd'hui en prison.
36 imprisoned journalists and actually who are actually illegal.
Or here's another account of torture from Ulvi Hassani, from his own prison diary. Slap, kick, punch, truncheon blow, swearing.
Sur l'image, cette image de juillet 2023, vous reconnaîtrez Ulvi Hassani au centre, directeur d'Abzas Media, condamné vendredi dernier donc à 9 ans de prison. Et au premier plan, Mohamed Tekalov, condamné, directeur adjoint d'Abzas Media, condamné lui à 7 ans et 6 mois de prison.
Their prosecution and imprisonment are widely believed to be in retaliation for the media organization's investigations into corruption among President Aliyev's family and inner circle. Hasanli reported about widespread torture, echoing the CPT statement last summer. 4 of the journalists have complained officially regarding physical abuse and inhumane treatment they have faced in custody.
The Clooney Foundation for Justice, which is monitoring trials in Azerbaijan, has indicated fair trial irregularities. Critically, the number of lawyers who are willing and licensed to represent these individuals is rapidly diminishing.
6 imprisoned.
We are literally shocked by the conviction of our colleagues from Abzas Media, and that was one of the main reasons for my visit to the Council of Europe, because I believe that the reaction from the international community was too shy on this scandalous case. It really shows that freedom of expression, not only freedom of the press, but freedom of expression disappeared in Azerbaijan, and this deserves a strong reaction from the international community. That's the reason why I was here to explain the real situation of these journalists. We have 36 journalists in prison in Azerbaijan. It's the worst country in Europe regarding this criteria, and we really need the international community to increase the pressure on the regime from Aliyev.
Ces 2 dernières années, la répression politique a atteint des niveaux stupéfiants en Azerbaïdjan. À travers vous, nous appelons les États européens et la communauté internationale à mettre enfin la pression sur les autorités du pays, à exiger la libération immédiate des 36 journalistes emprisonnés ainsi que tous les représentants de la société civile qui ont juste commis le crime d'avoir exercé leur droit à la liberté d'expression.
Ulvi Hassani, my co-panelist then, is in prison now, as was mentioned just now. 9 years. That's the sentence handed to him just last week. He joins a growing list of journalists and activists in Azerbaijan who dared to tell the truth and paid for it with their freedom.
I think it's really terrible, and Azerbaijan is, by this conviction of journalists from, among others, Abzas Media, breaking their obligations towards human rights, democracy, rule of law, everything they have committed themselves to when they became member in 2001. The Assembly, of course, had hoped that Azerbaijan should reply to the demands from the Parliamentary Assembly to fulfill their obligations in a more positive way. But they decided just to stay away. And that's a situation that can't go on forever. They can't just cherry pick in the Council of Europe and stay in the Committee of Ministers and not cooperate with the Parliamentary Assembly, even banning 76 members and even the President of the Assembly from entering into Azerbaijan. I'm thinking a lot about those journalists and activists in detention and in prison. And I think it's our obligation to do what we can to help them. And I'm afraid what will happen if Azerbaijan should be excluded from this organization. I think that's not good for the people in Azerbaijan. So I hope, and we have to continue to try to find solutions. I think they are very brave people, and they deserve our attention. And we have tried to be allowed to visit some of them in prison. We have been denied so far, but we have to continue to ask for the possibility to visit them in prison, and the Council of Europe has to have a constant pressure on the authorities in Azerbaijan to release these people.
Thanks to our guest experts for some very compelling evidence, and clearly the cry for action cannot be ignored.